My girlfriend wanted an open relationship, so I slept with her best friend. Now she's losing it. Hey Reddit, I never thought I'd be the guy writing something like this. I was always the person who just read these stories, scrolled past them, shook my head, and thought, how do people let things get this messy? But here I am. I don't even know if I'm asking for advice anymore. I think I just need to say it out loud, because keeping all of this inside has been slowly tearing me apart. I'm 28 years old, and until recently, I truly believed I was in a solid relationship. The kind you don't question. The kind you quietly build your future around without realizing it. My girlfriend, I'll call her Lauren, is 27. We were together for 3 years, living together for 2. And I honestly thought she was the person I'd end up with. I was looking at engagement rings during my lunch breaks, not telling anyone, not even my closest friends. Just scrolling, imagining what she'd like, wondering how I'd propose. That's where my head was. We met through mutual friends at a game night. Nothing dramatic, nothing cinematic. She laughed at my dumb jokes, completely destroyed everyone at board games, and somehow made being competitive kind of cute. We talked all night, exchanged numbers, started seeing each other almost immediately. It felt easy, natural, like something that just made sense. After about a year, moving in together felt obvious. We were already spending every night together anyway. So why pretend we weren't basically living together already? We fell into routines fast. Weekend pancakes, walks after work, sitting on the couch watching trash reality shows she loved. I'd scroll on my phone and pretend I wasn't invested. She knew I was. Grocery shopping together, arguing about what to order for dinner. Then ordering the same thing we always did. Normal stuff, comfortable stuff. Lauren worked in advertising. I managed construction projects. We weren't rich, but we were doing fine. Steady jobs, decent money, good friends. Our families liked each other too, which honestly felt like winning the lottery. My mom adored her. Her dad treated me like family. Holidays were easy. No tension. No drama. We were that couple. The one people looked at and said, see? Relationships can work. I hate how stupid that sounds now. Because everything felt completely normal. Until one night, it didn't. We were eating dinner at home. Nothing special. She was talking about work, complaining about a coworker. I was halfway through my sandwich when she said it, completely casually. Have you ever thought about having an open relationship? I froze, fork halfway to my mouth. Brain just stopped. At first, I thought I misheard her, but she kept talking about articles she'd read, podcasts she listened to, about how open relationships were becoming more common, how modern couples were doing it successfully, how it was about growth, honesty, freedom. My first instinct was simple. Is there someone you already want to see? She got defensive immediately. She said no. Said it wasn't about anyone specific. According to her, this was about exploration, about not waking up years later with regrets. I just stared at her. This was the same woman who once got annoyed because a waitress smiled at me for too long. The same woman who didn't love the idea of me going out with coworkers without her. And now she was suggesting dating other people like it was a self-improvement project. So I asked the only question that mattered. Are you unhappy? She reached across the table, grabbed my hand. She told me she loved me, told me she loved us. She said this had nothing to do with being unhappy. According to her, this would make us stronger. She talked about how we'd still come home to each other, how other couples said it brought them closer, how it helped them appreciate each other more. Meanwhile, my appetite was gone. The food in front of me might as well have been cardboard. Lauren, though, looked excited, energized, almost glowing. She started talking about rules, boundaries, communication, like she'd rehearsed this conversation long before I ever heard about it. And yeah, I know this makes me sound weak, but I said yes. Not because I wanted it, not because I believed in it. I said yes because the way she looked at me made it clear this decision was already made. Saying no felt pointless, so I nodded and told her we could try it. And just like that, I agreed to something I didn't believe in. She got excited immediately, started talking about dating apps, schedules, how we'd keep each other updated, details she'd clearly thought through, long before I ever had a say. That night felt wrong. We watched TV like always. She cuddled up next to me like nothing changed. But my mind was racing. Every time she smiled at her phone, my stomach dropped. I barely slept. She slept peacefully beside me, while I stared at the ceiling, wondering what I'd just done. The next day, things moved fast. Lauren spent the entire evening setting up dating profiles. She asked me to help pick photos, even asked me to take new ones of her. I did it. I took pictures of my own girlfriend, so she could look good for other men. I tried setting up my own profile too, just to look supportive. But it felt fake, forced. I didn't want options. I wanted her. She started getting matches immediately. And almost right away, she started going on dates. Different guy, different night. She showed me their profiles like it was gossip, like they weren't real people. Every name felt like a punch to the chest. The first night she got dressed up to go out, I felt sick. New dress, full makeup. She spun in front of the mirror and asked how she looked. She came home late, happy, glowing. I pretended to sleep while she texted someone next to me. After that, it became routine. She was always out, always texting, always distracted. Our routines disappeared. No more weekend pancakes. No more quiet nights together. I asked her once if she thought she was going out a lot. She brushed it off, said that was the point, told me I should be doing the same. But I didn't want anyone else. I wanted her. Weeks passed. I kept waiting for her to notice how distant I'd become, to care. She never did. And that's when I realized something. There was no fixing this. I didn't have a plan. I just knew I couldn't keep suffering quietly. That's when Rachel started coming around more. Rachel was Lauren's best friend. They'd known each other since college. She was always around. Movie nights, helping us move. She's a kindergarten teacher, the kind of person who actually listens. The first night she came over, while Lauren was out on another date, she immediately noticed something was wrong. I didn't mean to tell her everything, but it all came out. The open relationship, the dates, the silence at home, how lost I felt. She listened, really listened. And when I finished, she said something that made everything click. That's not an open relationship, she said. That's her doing whatever she wants. Hearing that out loud made me feel sane again. Rachel started coming over more. We talked, watched movies, sat in silence sometimes. It felt easy, in a way my own relationship no longer did. One night, she told me the truth, that she'd had feelings for me for years, even before Lauren and I got together. She said she never acted on them because of her friendship. I didn't know what to say. And then she kissed me. I should have stopped it. I didn't. That night, for the first time in weeks, I felt wanted. Afterward, lying there, something became clear. I wasn't the one who broke us. When Lauren finally found out, everything exploded. Suddenly, she wanted to close the relationship. She wanted to work on us. But it was too late. She didn't lose me because of Rachel. She lost me the moment. She decided I was optional. Now Rachel and I are taking things slow. Normal dates, coffee, quiet nights. And for the first time in a long time, I can breathe.